Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so glad you're here. Today I have some fun and easy to create waterfall cards for you. So let's get started. So in today's video, I'll be sharing cards that I made with the Slimline Waterfall card kit by Photoplay. I have those two card kits in my shop. They're very similar. Both are by Photoplay. This is for Slimline cards and this one is for regular A2 cards. The mechanism is the same and they're so easy to put together. So let's take a look at the waterfall cards. I took them out of the package. When you open it up, first of all, you get in the inside a step-by-step information sheet, which you don't really need because they are so intuitive. So first of all, here is your card, and this is your Slimline card. And when you fold it over, this is how it will look. And you're going to find 3 of those card blanks in here. Then you find all the panels, and they're I believe 2 by 2, but you don't have to measure. You find the mechanism 1, 2, 3 because you make 3 cards with each kit, the mechanisms for the waterfall. And then the only thing that you might be a little confused about is this one piece, because you're supposed to cut this in 3 strips. It comes as one piece, but you need to make 3 out of them. And now I show you how to create these cards. So when you put these cards together, it is important to start decorating first before you put the card together. So as you can see here, I have the Slimline card, but first I put the background paper on it before I put the mechanism on it. So this is really important. So go ahead and start laying out your card. I'm going to show you this paper in a minute. This is so beautiful by Graphic 45. So you're going to go ahead and add your papers first. On this particular card, I added 2 papers, the background paper and then a slimmer paper. And I also decided that this will be pulled down in this direction. Okay, you can of course pull them down this direction too. So let me tell you how to put these together. So you have your Slimline card, and then all you have is these. So first of all, you get this strip, and this is the strip with all the fold lines on there, and you fold them all in one direction. Okay, and then you have something like this. So again, you kind of the score line is already there. You fold them all in one direction, and this is how it goes. Then you have this one piece that you cut from that big piece. You're gonna add this piece to your card, but remember, you also already decorated it. You only put glue on this side and on this side. So on both ends, not in the middle, because that's where we pull this through, right? So this is where you put that, and when you add this piece to it, you want to line up the top, and I don't know if I can show you that directly. Okay, so you want to make sure that this part is lined up with the edge of the strip, okay, right here. And then what you do is you glue this piece. So you put glue on just a little bit here, and the only thing you glue, so you have glue on both ends, right? So this one sits here on both ends. Then you push this through. You make sure that this one lines up right here, and then you only put glue on this strip because the rest needs to be able to be pushed through, right? And then you add all the extra, and I made it here in a different color so you can see it easily. And then what you do is you glue those panels. You can glue this panel completely, but then the other panels you only glue on this strip, right? Here's the next one, and then you put glue again on this strip. Here you go. And then there is one more that would go up here, and that's how you do it. So let me show you how I created my cards. So the very first one that I have done, and again I use these beautiful papers that I'll show you in a second by Graphic 45. I created, this is the card, so this is how it goes. So this is how you can pull it down now, and here we go. So see how you have this piece already on the card, this piece on the card, and this one here is where this one goes back in, right? See this? So this needs to be open. Okay, and now we can go ahead and put it in here. I added a little bit of a catch here. You don't have to do that. So then what I have done is I use these panels and added, of course, my decorated pieces to it. And what I have used on this one here is I recycled an old calendar. So let's see what I mean. So here's a calendar that I currently use, so 2025 calendar. And when you turn it around, I see all the 12 different calendar posters in miniature form. And I always buy calendars where I really enjoy the artwork, and then I keep those back pages and cut those out, or you can punch them out, and you have little pieces of art. And this is exactly what I have done here from a previous calendar, and I cut them so they fit on this panel, and then I have wonderful embellishments for my waterfall card. And of course I used some spring and summer embellishments. So there we go, and then you just push it back. I made a second card with the same papers, and this one here is going in the other direction. So here I pulled it down. Here I pull the waterfall to the side. Okay, so there we go. Look how nice this looks. And again, when you put it back, you just put it. I have this little catch me there. That's why I got to be a little bit careful. But that's where you, right there, put it back. Now, the paper that I have used comes from the Graphic 45 paper pack. Let me share this with you. So this is an 8x8 collection pack, and it is called The Season to Celebrate. And it has papers in there for all 4 seasons. I shared it with you last time. So when you open it up, and these are double-sided papers. Here are the papers for the winter season. You have 3 each. You have 3 of these cut-aparts, and then 3 of the beautiful background papers. So this is for the winter season, and you can see it has still flowers, but some snowflakes here. It says Hello Winter, etc. And when you turn it around, there are the backgrounds, and you can also see some snowflakes here. Then the next one is the spring season. Again, you got 3 of each, and look at these gorgeous flowers. Just love this pack. And then when you turn, so these are the 2, and when you turn them around, you have pink and purple. My cards I did with the summer season. So hello sunshine. Look at those beautiful sunflowers and the poppies here. So this is the summer season, and look at these gorgeous papers, and that's exactly what I have used. And I made a few more cards to come, but let me see. So here is this one card, and then the other one I used here for my background. So look how colorful they are. And then there is last but, and when you turn it around, you have red and green. And then last but not least is harvest, happy harvest, or autumn. And again, you have the same type of cut aparts, and then gorgeous autumn colors here for our flowers. And when you turn it around, we have an orange and a burgundy. So this set is an 8x8 one and currently available if you're interested, but that's what I have used for those 2 waterfall cards. I made one more, and this is again one that pulls to the side. And for this particular one, I used papers and die cuts from the Studio Light. And so what happens here is if you decorate this piece, it kind of, when you want to push it back, gets a little stuck here. But I don't really mind it. All you have to do is just lift it a little bit, and then once you lift it, it goes right here and goes through it. So I would recommend not to use the catch so it doesn't get caught here. Because if you don't have the catch, and I have it at the next card, then you will see that you can just go ahead and you need to bring it underneath here. And you can just, you know, it goes quickly. But these beautiful purple papers come, I think some I had in my stash, others come from the Studio Light, the lavender pack, and I think I have 1 or 2 remaining in my shop if you're interested. These little birdies, by the way, are from the Little Birdies, and this is just a sticker pack. Look how cute they are. And if you're interested, I'm going to link it below. But yeah, here I have another slimline card I made, but this time I made my own slimline card. So this is not from the pack. You can see it opens this way. I still decorated a little bit the inside also with papers. So these wood grain papers are definitely from that Studio Light lavender paper pack, and I will link it like I said. And then I thought, if I have this, I'm going to keep one as a sample so I can from now on make my own waterfall cards, because really it is really only having this one sample that you can then measure and put in your own score lines. And this is the mechanism. Once you make 1 or 2 cards, you know how that works, and then you can make your own. And that's what I have done here. I just used a different cardstock. I put the score lines just like the ones I found in the pack. I cut my own little panels. The panels are always as big as the strip, as you can see, and they are square. But you could use circle panels as well. And what I have done, and this is for my next card, I even used bigger panels. So for this card, I used a card that measures 7 by 5 and 5 and 1/8. So this is a card blank that I created because I had an envelope and I created it so it would fit in the envelope. Now for this one, you can see if I would have used the mechanism from the pack, it would have been a little bit too small. So all I did is I adjusted it. I just made bigger panels and made it a little larger, and actually added one more of those. So I added just one more score line, and now I have even more waterfall pieces. Look at this. How wonderful is this? And here you can see, if you don't have this catch and if you don't have anything glued to this part, you can easily push it back and forth. The more you decorate it on this side and on this side, you may get stuck a little bit. So this is what I have learned. So here again, check this out. And I use decorated pieces from Find It. I'll share this with you in a minute. Also, this is the Studio Light die cut packs. Hold on a second. Yeah, these small little die cut and frames packs have a lot of papers, small papers in there, little die cuts, frames. So that's what I use to embellish this card. The cardstock is from my stash, and this beautiful butterfly is from the last sheet that I haven't used, the Flutter Flare by find it. So if you missed my video last week, I'm going to link it below. I had all the other 3 beautiful butterfly sheets, and I didn't use the one with the sunflowers yet, and this time I did. So here you can see this gorgeous butterfly on the sunflower, all the different layers, and here it is layered up. And if you put it on the very last panel, it doesn't matter. See, it still pushes through even though it has dimensions on it. Yeah, I really fell in love with these. Here's another little birdie. I really fell in love with these because they're so easy to make. Once you have them, I think you only need to buy 1 pack and then you can make your own. You just make sure that you keep one of them so that you don't forget it on how this mechanism works and you have the measurements. Now, working with this die cut sheet, I used all 3 of them. So this one I have just used. Now I punched out this one here, and you can see they're all pre-cut. All you have to do is punch in or push them out. They call them 3D push out sheets. So that's what you do. You push them out. And I have added them to this fun fold card here. You can see that I used the papers from the Graphic 45 paper pack, and I think it looks so beautiful. I used the A and the B side, Hello Sunshine, all that is in the pack, and look how beautiful this embellishment goes with these papers. I think it's just wonderful. And of course, this is a regular A2 card that you score in half and then add a panel. Fold it over and add a panel. And I think this card is super cute. I have another one. And here we go. This is my last one from this die cut pack. And here we have the butterfly. I'm not sure. Those look a little bit like lilies maybe. And I got inspired by a Pinterest card that I saw, and this one was actually yeah, I really liked how this turned out. So basically you cut away part of the front panel, and then what you do is use that front panel and add it to the card from the right hand corner to the left hand corner. Now what I did is I also added a second layer, and then I layered it on gold cardstock from Michaels. So I think this has a very interesting look. What you can do is you can use your card blank and cut it off. Then you would see into the card, of course. I didn't want that because then you would have seen my inside panel here. So I just added it to my card. Still, I think this is an interesting look. I went, I think 2 inches in. Let's see. Yeah, I went 2 inches in, and from the 2-inch mark, cut it down to the corner. And then I had 1 piece, and this piece I matted on gold cardstock, and then I made smaller pieces. And again, this is this one here, which also got cut off, but because it is smaller, it is now also smaller on here. So you can try this out. I really don't have a video on this one yet because I just saw it on Pinterest and mimicked it, and I think it's pretty easy if you're you know, a little bit experienced with just cutting off, and maybe you want to do a prototype first with, you know, white cardstock, so in case you mess up you can try it again. But really, yeah, you don't even have to go 2 inches. You can go 1.5 inches or even further. Then this will become smaller or bigger. Yeah, and then here is my beautiful butterfly. These 2 butterflies are also little birdies. Currently I only have the pink ones in stock, but I still had a couple blue ones in my stash. And then I added a little bit of bling, and best wishes is hunky-dory left over. Okay, and I got 2 more cards. In last week's video, I showed you these panel cards, the floating panel cards, and I made a variation of that card right here. I had, of course, all the different toppers from the pack, and I wanted to use them. And this is what I have done here. You can close it this way, you can close it this way. It says hello sunshine, and then when you open it, of course, there is your writing panel. So that's a fun card, and of course the colors are so gorgeous. And then for my last card, I used up all the different little cut aparts I still had left, and I made this stepper card. Now this stepper card that I have, it fits in an A2 envelope. I have a die to cut out this card. So I cut that. Actually, I didn't cut it. I had that laying in my stash for the longest time, and it was about time to use it up. So you can see the inside is not even really working well with the colors, but I put it on the inside, nobody cares. And then the outside I decorated with these papers. I really wanted to use this card blank. And then because I have all these different steps, I could now add all the different cut aparts. I like these little stem size cut aparts here, and angled them a little bit. Here's the little bird again, a butterfly. And I think this is another cute card. And of course it has sayings too. So here it says sweet summertime for my stepper card. So I hope I could inspire you to give these waterfall cards a try. They're so fun to make. I made all these cards and could have made more, but time, you know how it is. But thank you for spending time with me today. Please share this video with your crafty friends and family. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. So thank you very much. Please stay or get well. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.